Hello, it's So. Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing a Roadhog guide for you guys today. As always, like, subscribe if you want to see me play any specific heroes. Comment their names, and I will get to it. Let's keep this intro short. I have nothing else to say here. Enjoy. Let's talk about Roadhog's Scrap Gun. Scrap Gun is a short-range spread weapon with a medium-range shrapnel volley. Scrap Gun has a damage of 6.25 to 1.88 per pellet, 15 to 4.5 per shrapnel, and 160 to 48 per shot. The fall-off range of Scrap Gun is 30 to 50 meters. Scrap Gun can hit headshots, and it has a 1.5 times multiplier. Scrap Gun's rate of fire is 1.25 shots, and Scrap Gun's bullets per shot is 16 for pellets and 4 for shrapnel. Its ammo per shot is 1, and its ammo is 6. Its reload time is 1.75 seconds, and its spread angle is a constant 20.1 degrees. Its projectile speed is 80. Its damage per second is 200 while firing and 146.7 overall with reload. And it fires 4 shrapnel projectiles and a small spread in the middle, and 6 smaller projectiles, or 16 smaller pellets and a larger spread. And its fire recovery stops when using melee. Let's talk about Take a Breather. Take a Breather will heal yourself and reduce damage taken, and it has a 1-second cooldown. It has a healing of 150 per second and a damage reduction of 30%. Its cast time is 0.21 to 0.49 seconds, and its duration is 1 second minimum, and its duration is 3 seconds maximum. You hold your secondary fire to use it. Take a Breather has a resource meter which will deplete while Take a Breather is active and recharge when not in use. It takes 12 seconds to completely recharge when fully depleted and starts charging when the cooldown ends. Take a Breather is a channeled ability. Roadhog cannot fire or use other abilities while it is active, and it ends immediately if Roadhog becomes stunned, knocked down, or hacked, including their subsidiary effects. Damage reduction starts together with a heal after a short cast. Now let's talk about Chain Hook. Chain Hook drags a targeted enemy to you and has a 6-second cooldown. Its damage is 5, and it does not hit headshots. It has a cast time of 0.1 to 0.2 seconds, and its duration is 0.5 seconds minimum, with a max range of 20 meters. And the area effect is 0.5 meters in radius versus enemy, and none versus wall or shield. Its movement speed is a 50% movement speed penalty, and a 40% movement speed buff to pulled enemies while they have been chained. And its projectile speed is 62. Its cooldown starts when Chain Hook ends, and hooked targets are released if they leave Roadhog's line of sight before being pulled. Chain Hook is channeled ability. Roadhog cannot shoot or use... Chain Hook is a channeled ability. Roadhog cannot shoot or use other abilities while it is active, and it ends immediately if Roadhog becomes stunned, knocked down, or hacked, including their subsidiary effects. If an enemy hero is hit, there is a 0.3 second delay before the pull activates. During this time, there must be an unobstructed line of sight from the head of Roadhog to the head of the enemy. Once this timer ends and the hook starts pulling an enemy towards him, the LOS check is disabled and the target's end location is determined. The target is pulled at a 4-meter distance from Roadhog unless it was already closer when hit. The end location is shifted horizontally in the direction Roadhog is facing at the end of the timer to a maximum of 70-degree deviation from the location where hook is connected. Which, if it sounds confusing, it's written in a confusing way. That just means if you turn when hooking, as long as you don't pass a 70-degree radius turn, per se, you'll keep the enemy in your line of sights. You can technically flick past the a 70 degree radius, but you won't have it in your line of sight. It does not go past the enemy does not go past 70 degrees. So 70 degrees is the max. It can the max the enemy can move before it ends the hook. So just understanding that and knowing where you can pull is important. Roadhog can start shooting as soon as this chain is gone. Once he is able to shoot, the target will lose their stun after 0.192 seconds. The minimum stun time if the ability was not interrupted is 0.73 seconds. The maximum stun time if Roadhog and his target are stationary is 1.18 seconds. Damage is inflicted the instant the hook lands. If this damage is enough to kill the target, the hook will return instantly to Roadhog without holding him in place as it usually does on a hit. Chain hook is not reflected when blocked by deflect, and targets can be pulled out of chain hook by life grip. Chain hook immediately ends if Roadhog is pulled by life grip anytime while casting it. Next ability we're going to talk about is Pigpen, which is his newest ability after Rework. You launch a trap that slows and damages nearby enemies. It has a 12-second cooldown. Its damage is 60 on the initial hit and 30 seconds periodically over time. And the health is 100. The cast time is 0.11 to 0.38 seconds. By the way, you can destroy this because of it having health. You can only destroy it when it's been placed down and not activated, but after it is activated, it no longer can be destroyed. Ignore that. I just pressed the button. Fat fingered it. Your duration is 1 second on the arming delay and 3 seconds slow. Area of effect is 2.5 meters in radius on trigger and 5 meters in radius for the slow area. And the movement speed is a 40% penalty to all enemies. Cooldown starts when the trap is deployed. The trap stays on ground until destroyed. A new trap is deployed or until an enemy hero enters its radius, triggering it. The trap can be destroyed while dormant, but not once it has been triggered. An upward arrow above the ability icon indicates that a trap is active. The player receives a cue when an enemy triggers or destroys the trap. There is a 1 second delay after deploying before the trap can trigger. Enemies that are phased out, such as Reaper during Wraith form, cannot trigger the trap. Enemies that are invulnerable, such as Zenyatta during Transcendence, will trigger the trap. Barriers block the projectile and prevent a trap on the ground from triggering through them, but the damage pierces the barriers. Upon triggering, all enemies within the radius take damage and receive a small knockup. The trap then slows all enemies within a larger area and deals periodic damage to enemies while they stay within the radius. The trap is visible to all players, and the trap cannot be targeted by hack, and EMP only damages the trap. For Roadhog's ultimate, Whole Hog, you damage and knock back enemies in front of you. Whole Hog needs 2,420 points to be fully charged, and the damage is 7 to 2.1, and its fall off range is 30 to 40 meters. It can hit headshots, and the rate of fire is 8 shots. Its bullets per shot is 16 per shot, and its cast time is 0.5 to 1 seconds. Its duration is 7.5 seconds, and its spread angle is negative 40 degrees horizontally, negative 3 degrees vertically. Your movement speed is 3.9 or 9 one knockback for the enemies. Your damage per shot, or your damage per second is 56 per pellet and 896 in total. It fires a total of 704 pellets, dealing up to 6,720 damage overall. Whole Hog transform Roadhog's weapon, and Whole Hog does not end when hit by negative status effects. Roadhog can freely press primary fire to attack. Roadhog's secondary fire is disabled. Roadhog can still use Chain Hook and take a breather during the ultimate. Whole Hog cannot be manually cancelled and restore scrap gun ammo when the ultimate ends. While the ultimate is in use, Roadhog's bullets will have red tracer lines on enemy vision. I will now hop into a match and take you through my thought process as I play. So I start walking towards the bot. As I've said in yesterday's video, where I talked about the patch notes and the changes, the combinations with Roadhog now are pretty large, and two of the main ones that I've seen so far is Zenyatta and... I'm just going on flank here, trying to get the Mercy. Doesn't go too well, but it's fine because I get a free kill on the Rhine, and I should get a free kill on the Mercy here. I don't get a kill on the Mercy, no, but I do get a kill on the Junkrat here. As I was talking about combinations, I see a lot of Junkrat and Zen combinations in the future with Roadhog. Okay. Back to the video though. Reinhardt is pushing up, and I don't want that, so I know I need to push him back, so I do. I regulate my health though and make sure that I don't lose my health. I do push this Alari, try to get the kill on the Alari. I push out a lot farther than I probably should have, but I really wanted this Alari dead, so knowing that the Mercy was on me, I instead just kept pushing up on the Alari and tried getting a kill. I know that the Junkrat is still there, so I want to try to get a kill on him too, but I realize they have a Zarya already. I start taking too much damage, so I push back behind the wall and heal up. I gotta try to get away, so I run around this corner and hide. And wait for a little bit more of my healing gauge to come back. I throw a trap down to see if she'll walk into it, and she does. I missed the headshot because she got elevated slightly. I do get a kill on the Junkrat because he's right next to me and I don't want him seeing me, so... I pop ult here just to try to keep him back and then heal periodically through the ult, but I start getting shot from somewhere else and it's kind of too late. So, you can be aggressive with the Roadhog and you can go on flanks and stuff, and that's mainly what he's good for now with the amount of healing that you're going to be getting. You can kind of keep yourself alive for a very long time alone without any healers. But you don't want to be too aggressive on these flanks, because if you get caught off guard and too many people start surrounding you, that healing won't do you much good because they'll just start out DPSing that heal. So I know I need to try to kill this Zarya because the longer she's alive, the more charge she can get. So I just hook her in and try to kill her as quickly as possible. Destroy any amount of healing item they may have that can help them, keep them alive. I have to pull him back into this pig pen, and I end up still dying. We do get the Kiriko though, so it's not that big of a deal. So we're just heading back. I'm gonna go on a flank once more and try to catch him off guard. And I do catch the Junkrat off guard here. I pull him in and I get a free kill here. And so I move around into this building and jump out the window once I throw my trap down. I get a free kill on the Zarya, and then I move up on the Alari because she's out of place. Pops an ult here, so I move through this little room here, this little building. Try to get the Kiriko off guard. The Kiriko ends up dying, and so I go for the Alari. And we end up killing the Alari too, so we keep pushing up. I'm gonna try to go on flank again. Try to catch him off guard. So I just jump over and go around. I just kind of sit here for a second. See if I can catch one off guard and no one comes in front of me. So I do get a kill on the Kiriko with Pigpen. And Sombra hacks me and shoots me a bunch, so I just kind of move away while using my Take a Breather. You can take a lot more punishment with Take a Breather now that you have a longer duration on it. And it heals you for more. I throw my Pigpen down just to see if they'll walk into it. I do get someone walk me into it. I do get a free kill on the Baptiste because he wasn't paying attention to me. And then I do pop my ultimate on the Junkrat. Get a free kill on him, and then I keep shooting at the Zarya. Pop a pig pen down, and hook her into it because she was getting low, and I knew it was going to be a good enough amount of damage for me to at least shoot her once and kill her. But other people were shooting at her too, so it was pretty much a one shot once she walked into it. I hook the Zarya, and she bubbles, so I just move away because I don't want to charge her. It was a free kill because she was already low. So I shot her bubble anyways, just to strike faster. And they switched to Ashe, and Ashe is going to be a little bit of an issue because she has a little bit more range. She ends up walking into me for some reason, and I missed some shots, so I mean, I just have to push back a bit. They start putting too much damage into me, and I don't have enough healing, so I die. I think the one tip, I'm not the best at doing this yet, but regulating your take a breather is going to be important, and knowing how much you have at all the time is important, and making sure you have enough is going to be, for like another fight, is going to be imperative. So not using too much, but using enough to keep you alive is important. So knowing when you need to use it will come into play. So I'm planning of just sitting here and waiting for someone to walk past. It seems that flanking is the best way of playing Roadhog here. He's not really meant to be played like any of the other tanks. I get a free kill on this Junkrat from my pellets. I go on flank again to try to kill the Ashe, but that Ashe had really good support, so they kept him. They kept the Ashe alive for a little longer. Before Ashe, sooner or later, died. I knew I had to take this Ashe out now, or she was going to become a bigger issue later on. And then we took out Kiriko as well to make him wait a little longer. Always imperative that you take the supports out if they're left alone. You don't want to just leave them to run back to the team, because then they don't have to wait as long. This is even more of a of something you want to do in like higher ranks, where they will wait for the supports. In lower ranks and like quick play, they don't really wait for the supports, but just get into a habit of doing that. It's very important. So I hear that they have an Orisa, and I want to push this Orisa. She sees me. I was hoping she didn't, but I pop Pigpen down to try to get a kill, but Kiriko Suzu's the Baptiste. I get pushed away by the Javelin Spin, and then Orisa just basically finishes me off. I shouldn't really have used Pigpen there, or not Pigpen, but Whole Hog there, but I did, trying to get a kill. Don't get too greedy with ultimates, don't get too greedy with flanks, and don't get too greedy with like hooks and stuff, because you could definitely punish yourself more than punishing the enemy team. You want to be careful. Once again, I want to try to... I threw a Pigpen down there. I want to try to go for this flank on this Baptiste. I don't get any kills here, and I start taking a lot of damage, and I try moving away, but the Baptiste kills me. I do get revived, so I take the second chance and try to use it as much as possible and try to get a kill. So I rush the Junkrat, and I get speared by the Orisa. Orisa pushes around, and I get a free kill on her. Junkrat ends up dying by Tracer, so I know I can just push all the way up again and just kind of sit here and wait. You'll see me sit here in this room a lot to see if anyone will pass me, so I can try to get a free hook and some free damage in. I move around on flank up here to see if I can get any kills. You would think they would focus on this a little bit more, but they don't. So because of that negligence, I know that I can kind of just push up into this area and like cause them mayhem. This Junkrat makes the dumb decision to push me, so I get a free kill on him later on. So now all I want to do here is I just want to try to get ult as quickly as possible here and push him off of the bot and just away from it as much as possible. I may not get a kill, but it's not about getting kills some of the times. It is just about keeping them away. Well, that'll be the end of this video. If this guide helped you out, go ahead and like the video. If you want to see me play any specific heroes, comment that hero's name and I'll get it done. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I post daily and even sometimes on the weekend if I have content for the weekend. Love y'all and hope you have an amazing day.